Americans, we have grown up to believe that we are the happiest country in the world, but with these things, we are not. As of 2016, the Happy Planet Index has taken a census and ranked us number 108th on a scale of 140 countries. Now, growing up, we believe since 1776 that we have pursuit of happiness, life, and liberty. So why aren't we the happiest? Many people have asked this question, especially once you learn of the census. So this morning we're going to look at a few things. A, why Costa Rica is ranked number 1 on the World Happy Index. 2, we're going to look at a culture by culture analysis of both countries. And 3, we're going to analyze why America is so far behind. Using the Gallup World Poll, the residents of each country is asked how they would rank their well-being. In Costa Rica, they ranked 7.3 out of 10 on how happy they are on their everyday life, in their everyday life. In America, we ranked 7 out of 10, just below. Costa Rica has a population just under 5 million in an area about the size of Lake Michigan. The United States Census Bureau, as of 2017, took a census of the population of America, which fell at 325.7 million people. Of course, we live in America, we know how big it is. So you would think 5 million people and about the size of Lake Michigan, 325 million people in the size of the United States, that's quite a population difference. One of the greatest influences in a country can be religion, politics, economics, but I try to look at which one would impact the greatest in the culture. This came up as religion. 76% of Costa Rica is Catholic. This is their most dominant religious affiliation, and with this comes that the 3 highest ranking ethnic groups in Costa Rica are Hispanic origin, Chinese, and Jamaican. In America, 69% of citizens classify themselves as Christians. Now, trying to remember the people. Public Research Institution in 2016 calls this a blanket statement because Christianity is actually broken up into 6 different religious affiliations. Now this takes our number 1 culture influence and divides that 6 different ways compared to a country with 1 large influence in one way. Now, the third point, why Costa Rica has surpassed us in a happiness scale. According to an excerpt from Planet Index, in can't remember which year it was. I believe it was in the 1900s. Costa Rica abolished their military. They have no standing army to this day. It was actually written into their constitution. Every year since, they have taken the money that they put forth towards their military and put this towards their education system, their health and also their health and pensions system. As of 2017, from military.gov, America put $538 billion into our military. In 2017, from nationalpurposes.org, Costa Rica surpass the UK in educational benefits as far as money goes. So Costa Rica, with a population of 5,000, surpassed the UK with how much money they put forth towards their education. Professor Mario Robles says, this is a direct quote, he is a Costa Rican economist of the Latin American facility of social science. He contributes Costa Rica's high well-being of a culture forming solid social networks of friends, family, and neighborhoods. While America too does have a great network of friends, family, and neighborhoods, ours is more through the internet, through text, through calls. We don't have as great as a face-to-face communications as the smaller country. Now, in addition, Happy Planet Index says that Costa Rica is also the world leader when it comes to environmental protection. As an ecological footprint, America falls in the bottom 10th percent on how badly we damage where we're living at. This contributes a lot, because constantly when you're watching TV or when you're surfing the web, you constantly find stuff about global warming, pollution, what we're doing, gas emissions, things like this. So things like this, when you're constantly seeing this, has an effect on not only us but the people around us, and it affects the way our mental figure goes towards our day-to-day lives. This morning we have looked at why Costa Rica is number one on the Happy Planet Index. We have analyzed America and Costa Rica in a culture by culture analysis, and we now understand why America is 108th out of 140 countries.